Going live in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Life is one of the heaviest beams one can try to support. It is known to go through storms that contain heavy winds and downpours. But you are built to stand and not collapse. I challenge you to grow out of your comfort zone. The biggest giant you will ever face in life is your mindset. One of the biggest things that limit us and keep us defeated is the opinion we have of ourselves. When I changed my mind, it changed my life. I didn't just survive, I bounced back better. Bounce back better. Bounce back better. Bounce back better. Bounce back better. Better.
Hello, and welcome to Life Structure with Eric. I'm your host, Eric. Happy Monday to you guys. Thank you for tuning in. Looking forward to a great week. Hope everyone had a great Monday. It's just me today. I don't have a guest, just me today. And I'm going to be doing something a little bit differently. I'm going to actually pull a chapter out of my book. And I'm going to just read a little bit of it, discuss a little bit of it. And basically, we're going to be talking about finding your happy. You know, where's your happy? Going through, we all go through some stuff. And in the midst of going through, sometimes we get a little discouraged and we forget how to be happy in situations. I get it. Some situations we go through is hard to wear a smile through it, but some situations it's very easy. But unfortunately, we find it so easy to let it weigh us down and not smile through whatever it is that we're going through. So yeah, today we're going to be talking about basically finding your happy. Before we start here, please take the time, share this out, share it on your page, invite other people to watch the stream. We try our best not to be too long and keep you guys too long and bore you. But I think this discussion is going to be a pretty good discussion. So, take the time, share it out. Wow, Miss Sherry, I swear I was about to inbox you and say you've been missing in action. You were one of my biggest influencers when I first started out back in March. I could always depend on you to be on and to give me a push. And I was going to inbox you if you wasn't on today and say, hey, where you been? I miss you. So thank you so much for tuning in. I've definitely missed you. Thank you. So yeah, take the time to share this out. And I'm going to kind of just dive right in. If you guys have questions or anything that you would like to add, just feel free to just type it in the comments. And once I get to the end, I will definitely look at the comments and I'll take the time to address any questions that anyone may have had. So yeah, if you definitely have any questions, feel free to throw it in there. But yeah, as I stated, we're going to be talking about finding your happy, in the midst of going through something, finding your happy. So yeah, if you haven't gotten this book, shame on you. If you have it, I'm going to be kind of sharing some stuff out of the 5th chapter, which is the reframing phase. So if you have the book, feel free to grab it and run to that last chapter, the reframing phase. I'm going to be kind of sharing out of that. But as I stated, yeah, finding your happy, finding your happy. And one of the biggest things that we go through that kind of takes away our happy is basically when we're facing something. We're facing something and we feel like, we're in the midst of pretty much our life is kind of like idle. We're not growing. We're kind of stuck. We're going through something. And in the midst of it, we lose our happy. And basically, a lot of times we don't realize it's a mindset thing, total mindset thing. One of the biggest giants that you will face in life is your mindset. When a giant presents itself in our personal lives, the need for us to show up is unquestionable. When that giant shows up in our life, we have to show up. We have to show up because if we sit back and let it keep on tearing and tearing and tearing, at our heart and our mindset, it's going to defeat us. It's going to defeat us. And we sometimes feel in life because we mistakenly believe we can't be happy if we detach ourselves from the stronghold. So basically, a lot of times in life, we just mistakenly believe that if we detach ourselves from something that's pulling us down, we can't be happy. And no matter how unique you think you are, no matter how unusual you think your situation is, when you think about how many people it is in this world, it's hard to imagine that someone at some point haven't, basically went through what you are going through, and trust and believe they found a solution to get through it, which means there is a blueprint. Definitely there's a blueprint. And so many times, we, as an individual, when something happens in our life, we react like no one ever have went through this before in their life. This is me. I don't know how I'm gonna get through this. So we keep it all bottled up on the inside because we feel no one can relate because they've never been through it. But as I just stated in that paragraph, no matter how unusual you think that situation is, there, all of the people, in this world, trust and believe at some point, someone had the same problem that you had and they found a solution to it. So basically, you have to just keep a strong mindset and push your way through it. How do you know your mindset has changed? What's the proof? You discover that you have strengthened your foundation of faith and you have to take it on head on. So basically, you're facing life on life's terms every day, head on. And basically, the more and more you keep doing that, you gain confidence in yourself. And you start to get up day after day after day. And, you start to strengthen yourself. And you find yourself ready each day to bulldoze your way through those life obstacles that's in front of you again and again until basically you defeat them. This is when you know that your mindset has changed. Now, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. A determined mindset is not one that never feels discouraged. It's one that continues on in spite of. So, yeah, every day is not going to be a day that you feel like you can defeat anything that, falls in front of you. But you have to have the strength to push on no matter what's going on. And always remember, defeat and pain come not from failing, but from giving up. Overcoming obstacles grant us access to, basically it grants us access where we find strength and courage necessary to navigate through life. For me, as I just stated, not every day is going to be a strong day, but you have to find strength to push through. For me, sometimes, for me, it's funny, but I think of some of the stupid stuff that I did back in my past, when I was out in my addiction, when I was still battling with the stronghold of addiction, I just think of some of the stupid stuff that I did, and I can't help but laugh my way through it. Can't help but laugh my way through it. So, like for me, I used to think I was slick, but at the end of the day, I didn't realize how I was looking back then. And, I remember one time, I had this great idea that I was going to go and shoplift to kind of support my habit. I had this great idea that I was going to go and shoplift. I had it all planned out. So I go into this expensive store, in there just looking around. Now, this store was so expensive that a belt, now this is back in 2002, a belt was like $300 in this store, and I'm in there looking like I have about $2 in my pocket. And it's funny, but it ain't funny. I'm looking like I have like $2 in my pocket. Beard is all out of whack. My clothing attire was out of whack. I look like I didn't belong in the store. So anyway, don't get me wrong. I do know, people with money don't dress the part always, but I told it and looked like I had no money at all. So anyway, I go and I figure out what I want to take. And soon as I put my hand on it, out of nowhere, I hear this voice say, "You touch it and you're going to jail. My manager already have his eyes on you." And I'm looking around, first of all, because I thought I was so slick, I didn't even realize that nobody was like right behind me. And, so I'm like, "Oh, sir, I'm not going to steal this. I've never seen something with such an expensive taste. I just want to touch it." And I know good well I had my eyes on taking it, but I'm saying that, it's funny, but then I look back, and I feel grateful because I'm like, even when I was still battling with the stronghold of addiction, God he still placed people in places basically that would protect me, because that guy could have basically just waited for me to try to do what I was going to do. I wasn't going to get away with it. I could have walked out the door. The police could have been standing right there and I would have went to jail. But instead, God placed a God-fearing person right there when I was about to do something stupid, that basically saved me. And, it's like I said, it's stuff like that I look back on and I laugh about it, but also I feel grateful that, I was able to come out of that. So when I look at what things that I go through from day to day now, I'm like, well, you could be going through things as worse as you were, that you were when you were battling with the stronghold of addiction, but you've came a mighty long ways. And for that, you should be grateful. For that, you should put a smile on your face. So I just wanted to share a funny moment with you guys, to kind of give you a laugh. But yeah, it definitely gives me a push to keep going. When I look at how far that I've came, I can't help but be happy. So, I mean, just because you're going through something, you don't have to be unhappy. If you have a hobby, that you love to sink yourself in, when you're going through something, now's your chance to do it more than ever. Sink yourself in that hobby. If you like to run more than ever now. Run through your pain. If you have a creative mind and you love to create stuff, create through your pain. If like me, I don't watch a lot of TV, but when I do, I just like to watch comedies. If that's you and you like to watch comedies, sit down, watch TV, laugh through your pain. Right when you feel like you need a laugh, you need to figure out what it is. But whatever, you have to find a happy. You have to find your happy. You have to. Got a little carried away there, but back to the book. You must create your own unique blueprint and live your life according to your own uniqueness. You must have to make the choice to let go of everything that you are attached to that is not advancing you towards your purpose. And this is one of my favorite parts of the book. The blueprint that we create through life can be modified the moment we change the blueprint that we create through life can be modified the moment we choose to change paths in life. Why? Because we are the architects of our own life. So if something is going a certain way in your life and you don't like the way that it's going, you're the architect. You hold all the tools and you have the ability and the power to change it and switch directions. Always. Nothing or no one has the authority to change what we build unless we give them access. So basically, we see the sayings, we're talking about, us employing, people in our life, and this goes there with it. Nothing and no one has the authority to change what we build unless we give them access. So with that being said, watch who you have employed in your life. Watch who you have in your circle. Because, if you are trying to get to you're trying to get to point A, trying to get to point B from point A, and they're at point A and they are not trying to get from point A, then you have the access to revoke their permission and you can move on, to point B. But it's all up to you. The sooner you decide to create your own blueprint, the sooner you will be able to build a prosperous life. So for me, every day I wake up and, I'm like, today I will not grant access to my past, and I say this out loud every morning. Today, I will not grant access to my past. I refuse to let yesterday discourage me. What I will do is build off of yesterday with intentions to be better than I was yesterday, today. And I basically recite that every morning after my morning meditation, and I pray and I go about my day, with a smile. But first, you must believe that even though the giant may be big, you have to remember it's not bigger than Jesus Christ himself. So if God is your foundation, you have to believe that you can do all things through him. He's going to give you the strength. So when God is the foundation of your life, you will receive in his dwelling place. So as God fills you up daily, he will also awaken those dreams and visions that you once, that basic life once tried to pretty much steal from you. He'll reactivate that vision and he'll give you a push, to go and push towards your purpose. But it has to, it all starts with you. It all starts with you, and only through you can you move forward. But you have to know how to smile through it. You have to smile through it. Yeah. So, any questions? Any questions? I see Miss Sherry was watching. Thank you. But yeah, you have to smile through whatever it is that you're going through, because, your smile is your healing. Your smile is going to get you to your breakthrough. Your smile is going to push you past, that pain that you're in right now. But you have to learn to smile through it. It's a must. It's a must. And if you don't smile, it's not always with the smile. You don't have to show it on your face, but it have to be on the inside. It has to come from the heart. You have to smile from your heart, if nothing else. If you're sick and you need healing, smile. If you're unemployed and you need a job, smile and tell yourself, I'm going to get a job. If it's healing, smile and tell yourself, I know I'm gonna be healed. If even if it's marital situation, your marriage is on the rocks, but you really want to work smile and say, my marriage, will, we will make it through this. Whatever it is, you have to learn to smile through it. You have to. I be at work and people be like, I just don't understand, how you smile. You come in here every day with the smile. And I'm like, if I could sit you down and tell you pretty much some of the stuff that I have endured in my life, you would understand why I wear a smile every day. I have nothing to fret about. Nothing to fret about. If you read my book and you realize some of the stuff that I went through, even once I moved to Arizona and started to rebuild my life, still obstacles came, but I didn't give up. I had a few people that I could call and they would help push me through. But also I had people that taught me, how to not, live in a pity party, not to throw myself a pity party and get, get drunk off of my sorrows. That's not the thing to do. Throw yourself a pity party and get drunk off your sorrows. You have to smile and push your way through it. So, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this discussion. I'm looking here and I don't see any questions. Smile, one of God's gifts to us through the dark place. Yes, ma'am. So good. Exactly. So true. But yeah, any questions? Any questions? No questions? All right. Well, you guys know I always do my plugs every week. If you are not already following me on social media, definitely follow me. I'm on all of the major platforms: Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, all of them. It's at Life Structure with Eric. So definitely follow me on those. I would love to see you follow me. I'd be doing some fun stuff that you may not see on my personal Facebook page. So definitely follow me on those. Also, I created a new website. I still have my old one, but you can go to the one that's strolling on the bottom there. It's Linktree Life Structure. Basically, by you going to that, it gives you basically my links now to YouTube as well as Spotify, which I told you guys that my podcast is now live on Spotify. So if you go to that Linktree Life Structure link, you can go and look at, you can go and hear past episodes. You can also go to my YouTube channel and watch that as well. Also, if you haven't gotten one and you would like a t-shirt, you can go to the website and grab one of those awesome My Life is Under Construction shirts. You can do that all on the website. $15. I think it's 18 with shipping. So yeah, definitely go grab one of those. I think that's pretty much all of my plugs that I normally do. I'm looking. Are there any? Looks like no one has any questions. But yeah, as I stated last week, if you know of anyone that would be a good fit for the Life Structure platform to come on as a guest, definitely send them my way. They can send me an email or they can send me an inbox. I'm always looking for a new guest to come on. So yeah, definitely send me an email or an inbox. Also, if you know of someone and they're not familiar with the platform, please send them a link. Tell them check it out and tell them this may be of some good interest to them. I would gladly love to have them on. I'm in the process right now of doing my lineup for September. It's going to be a great lineup. I'll be pretty much just sitting back and enjoying my guests that's going to be on. So definitely stay tuned for those flyers that'll be posting in the weeks to come. Thank you so much, Nancy. Yes, I really, really enjoyed Sheila last week. Her story was amazing, and I've been getting feedback for the past week about her conversation. It was definitely amazing. Thank you so much for tuning in. And let's see, what else is it? Oh, how could I forget? The book. You can also follow that link on the bottom to purchase the book. This is the main thing that I should have talked about. The book, Lifestruction, a guide to how I rebuilt my life after defeating the stronghold. So yeah, definitely, if you haven't purchased that, you can go to that link as well and get the book. And you get a few goodies with it when you order it. So definitely, I love when people read my book and then they send me an email or text message or what have you to give me feedback. I really love it. Also, if you have completed the book and you would like to come on and be a guest and we do a book discussion, send me an inbox as well on that, because I am looking to put together a roundtable discussion on that with 3 or 4 guests where we'll be discussing my book. So yeah, if you have read the book, definitely, and you would like to come on, please let me know. And I would love to have you guys on. I don't know if anybody from my hometown is watching, but I'm representing our little town, Cortland, VA, born and raised. So yeah, this is my shirt. I'm representing my hometown from back in Virginia today. I normally have people on from there that's supporting, but yeah, anyways, if we don't have any more questions, thank you guys so much for tuning in. And just remember, every morning it's mandatory that you slide out of bed, ready to build. Some days you may need a jump start to power up a smile. But once that smile is ignited, it will send a signal to your heart. Go throughout your day smiling from your heart. It's a mandatory tool for your life structure. With that, you guys have a blessed week. Thank you so much for tuning in. I love my Lifestruction family. Be safe out there. Remember to keep masking up regardless of what the media says. Stay safe. Love you guys. Have an awesome week.